Hi, I want to paraphrase a verse a little bit and share about it. It's Psalm 90, verse 12, that says, "Teach us to number our days, Lord, so that we may gain a heart of wisdom." It's not a specific translation that I'm thinking of. I'm just kind of paraphrasing it. So you may or may find that exactly worded like that in a translation. I am not sure. But the point is, I wanted to share that so that you can think about it. It's something that I've been thinking about, that I've been praying about, and asking God to teach me to number our days. What does that mean to you? Basically, to not take life for granted. That's the message that I want to leave you with today. Don't take life for granted. Consider God, inquire of the Lord. Don't just go ahead and jump into a decision, but take your time, pause before. Recently, I was listening to someone that said, take a few minutes before you, if someone asks you to do something, take a few minutes before you say yes. However long that might be for you, you could take even a night, like I've heard things like sleep on it. I've heard people share stories about people that decide do not make a choice or a decision until they've prayed about it or until they have paused and looked at their calendar or just talked to someone else about it. And I know that it's so easy for us. Now, another scripture is coming to mind, which is, let your yes be a yes and your no be a no. And basically, so they kind of go along together in a way. I guess what's coming out of me right now is, don't be so quick to say yes and don't be so quick to say no, but really ask God to help you in making decisions, um, and try to choose decisions that later on will set you up as best that you can. Try to make decisions that later on will set you up for something that will bear the kind of, return or reward or whatever have you, fruit in the spiritual sense that you might want. So take some time before you make a choice. Don't be so quick. Run it over with someone. Ask someone's advice, opinion, someone that you trust. And I recommend, ask people that seem to have walked through that, been through that, maybe have a little bit more experience than you, those kind of things. So I just wanted to leave you with that, because we need wisdom. There's so many voices speaking to us from all directions, and everybody might tell you, you could ask 10 people, you might get the same answer, or you might get all different 10 answers. So then what do you do with that? So even if you ask some advice, consider it, think about it, and try to think, okay, how would it work out best? you know and just consider that. Write the pros and cons if it's something that's very intense and it's not just the lightest decision. So asking God for wisdom is a very good thing. So that is my message today. And yeah, so I think I want to leave you with that. Please just know that is worth it to pause. Is something I'm learning to pause before we quick to say a yes or a no. Asking God for wisdom, to gain a heart of wisdom in everything that you do, whether it's a little decision or a big decision. Because even scripture teaches us, for those of us that are believers, teaches us that if you can be trusted with a little, then you will be trusted with a lot, right? So that's the thought that I want to leave you today, is to inquire, to seek wisdom, to pray, to read, to ask people that you think might know a little bit more about you in a certain specific decision that you need to make. So that is my encouragement today, is like, seek wisdom and seek wise people. Look at their life, look at how they've lived, and we got to surround our people. Choose wisely, whether it's friends, with especially friends, people that will influence you. Look at the outcome of their life, and is, if where they are at right now, where they are at right now, is that where you want to be? Is that the way you're heading? And see what it took for them to get there, and see, and maybe you might even want to do better or differently. And no one is perfect. Obviously, give grace where grace is needed, but we can learn from each other. But seek wisdom, and God is for you, not against you. Whoever you are, whether you believe in Him or not, I know that God is for you. So those are some thoughts I want to leave you with today. Take care. And I hope you come back to this channel, and I'll try to share more in this channel. It's been a little bit, I'm not the best of that, but to each his own. And there's a time for everything. And I hope that you know that you're worth pausing. You worth the time and effort for people waiting on you if they really want your help and seek guidance, seek help from you. You worth someone saying, not pushing you to decide to make a choice right now, and try not to be a people pleaser, because sometimes we get in trouble to become to fit in, to be a people pleaser. And I know, especially when we're younger, we feel like that's what we have to do, but sometimes it can become such a habit for you that it becomes part of your character to become a people pleaser. So it's hard for you to say no. Whatever choice you make, remember that you're the one that is gonna have to live with that. So I wish you the best. Pray about wisdom, seek guidance, look out for people that inspire, that motivate you, and start to choose people who you want to be your mentors, whether you know them personally or where you admire them from afar. But listen to how they've arrived there. If there's books, if there's podcasts, or they're sharing their life, or whatever the case might be, what did it take for them? It just, things don't happen overnight. Some of us maybe were blessed to be born with people who have arrived, have a lot of time or money, knowledge, wisdom. Maybe we have those kind of influence, but some of us, we have to go and try to learn. You have to seek it. So seek the good things. You got one life to live, and life is very short. It really is. It may not feel like that, but life is short. So take care. Bye.